recap for the week ending April 17, 2020. Obviously, markets continue to go through unprecedented times with lots more questions and answers going forward. Now, for the week, corn was down 9 cents, beans down story first broke as far as the markets are concerned. Corn's down 71 cents, down 53. So we've seen plenty of negative markets in that 3-month time frame, I guess you'd say. Now, looking at the fund activity on the commitment to Treasury report on Friday, funds are short 137,000 contracts. They're slightly long beans, about 12,000 contract beans, and also long 25,000 wheat. Slight long in the cattle and also the hogs. The storyline continues to be the coronavirus and moving forward, the effects that will have on the economy, how we come out of this from an economic standpoint, key over the next couple of months. The talk in the grains continues to be the negative demand story, especially with ethanol. Crude is down again this week. But I think the thing to keep in mind is unleaded gas usage that comes out on a weekly basis is running at about 5 million barrels per day or slightly above that. Normally we would be 9 to 9.5, one half as much. Unleaded gas usage, obviously that factors into what's going on in the ethanol industry, which currently has a 48 day supply of ethanol. So continue to walk and run through that. So exports, corn continues to be competitive. We saw a good export week last week. Beans, not as much right now. South America has a leg up on values right now as they come out of harvest or post-harvest. The one caveat to watch in South America is loadings. Do we see some strikes? Do we see some problems with coronavirus and loadings? If so, that may give us a window to fill that gap in certain parts from an export standpoint. But from a demand scenario, ethanol obviously is a concern. Exports could be the situation where you could see it go either way, but we'll see. Weather-wise this week, looks like we should see some planting progress pick up this week in most of the Midwest. Depending on soil temperatures, etc. And anything north of I-70 looks good all the way through the end of the week, which there's some wetter situations late week, more so as you move south in that I-70 corridor. Technically, if you're looking for maybe some positive, market is oversold, RSI, bullish consensus, etc. And we are also kind of entering that time of year or sometimes seasonally you can see a pickup in price activity, so be aware of that. As far as grains are also concerned, spreads continue to widen, especially in corn. We're about 10 days away from delivery on the May contract, so could see some pretty good volatility on spreads over the next week and a half, but I think that's reflecting the demand story as well. Friday, the White House announced a $19 billion farm relief package. As time wears on, we'll see more details on that. The one thing I would add, though, too, is if you watch the macros, mainly the stock market, it has shown some stability, I should say, here of late. We'll see if that continues to hold well off its lows here 3 or 4 weeks ago. And that's key. I mean, is the market showing some stability? Is it more confident about coming out of this situation? Can that have some positive impact going forward on the economic side, which is the key issue here? Again, ethanol, that situation needs monitored based on what I was just talking about, and also the packing plant issues. We've seen several packing plants either temporarily go down or go down for a week or two because of the coronavirus issues. Obviously, that is a concern with the supply chain of meats, and that storyline will continue. It's had some major impact on both the hogs and the cattle. Packer margins in the cattle, which is a little bit of a head scratch, but we'll see how cash trade plays out. May 12th is the next crop report. The main thing to keep in mind there is that's the first crop report where we do see a supply and demand estimate for the 2021 crop. With that, if you have any questions, call us at BIS Commodities. Phone number is 800-373-2525, or catch us on the web at biscommodities.com. With that, everyone have a great weekend.